Hey guys, just wanted to jump on here and do our midweek recap of what we talked about this week. We've been started a series last week on royals. We're talking about kings, queens, and wannabes. And this week we kind of talked about a wannabe. So let's picture this. Your friend shows up at school wearing a crown. Okay, first off, that's weird. But next, they demand to be called Your Highness. They start giving you orders like bring me a snack or do my science homework or do my math. No. I mean, it's cool to be confident, but that's a little arrogant. Actually, it's really arrogant. But thousands of years ago, this sort of happened. A young guy named Absalom tried to overthrow his father, David, who was king of Israel. But here's the problem. David was chosen by God to be king, and well, it's maybe not a great idea to try to overthrow God's plans. Things did not end well for Absalom. Now, I'm guessing that you've never tried to overthrow a kingdom, but let's be honest. Like Absalom, have you ever been a little blinded by your own confidence, or should I say arrogance? Yeah, me too. So what do we do when our whole point that we brought home on Sunday was when you think you know best, be humble instead. Well, how do we do that? How do we be humble? Choosing to be humble won't always be the popular choice, but it's the best choice. It's how Jesus taught us to live, and it's what followers of God have learned over and over again is the wisest way to live. So how can we be humble instead of arrogant? Well, the points that we brought forward was first, identify your arrogance. You know, it's okay. We're all a little arrogant sometimes. The key is being able to see when, where, and why we're acting arrogantly so that we can make a change. Next, think about yourself less often. I mean, when you catch yourself thinking about how awesome you are, maybe think about others. You know, Absalom, he only thought of others when he could use them for his own gain. We don't want to be like Absalom. Instead of helping yourself, how can you help someone else? And then also, when you catch yourself thinking about how awesome you are, think about God. Absalom was so busy making his own self-serving plans that he never even considered what God wanted. So, how can you be a part of what God wants instead of trying to get God to give you what you want? Next, we said, know that you don't know everything. You know, Absalom was confident that he was the right person for the throne, but there was a lot that he didn't know. There's a lot that we all don't know. I talked about how it doesn't matter how old you are, whether you're 11, 12, 16, 18, 39, or older. There's always things for us to learn. And so know that you don't know everything, which brings me to the last point. Be willing to learn. You know, I asked the question, I wonder how it would have turned out if Absalom had just went to his father, King David, and said, hey, I want to be king one day. What do I need to do? What do I need to know? And so be willing to learn. And so Absalom, he had the confidence thing down, but he was missing the humility thing. We got to find that balance, be confident. If you really are the best at something, then humility doesn't mean denying that those things are true. You can recognize what's great about you and then be confident in the skills and the knowledge and the experience and insight that God has given you, but be humble. Because no matter how much you have to be confident about, there's still a lot that God has to teach you. So, in closing, believing that we know best can blind us and put us in conflict with others and with God. But if we can approach each moment with the knowledge that we always have more to learn, God will use that humility to help us grow. So remember, when you think you know best, be humble instead. Looking forward to seeing you guys again later this week. Hope you all have a great week. Bye.